Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Art Keller Field for today's game between the Carthage College Firebirds and the Beloit College Buccaneers. Let's meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Buccaneers. At goalkeeper, number 1, Audrey Ketterer. At midfield, number 3, Abigail Membrino. At midfield, number 7, Natalie Ortiz. At midfield, number 12, Anna Williams. At midfield, number 18, Michaela Davis. At forward, number 19, Elena Furch. At defense, number 23, Aspen Valentine. At midfield, number 24, Bree Paez. At forward, number 27, Gracie Gassman. At defense, number 28, Caitlin Udetz. At defense, number 35, Lauren Volza. The head coach of the Buccaneers is Connor McKee. He is assisted by Jay Bigwood. And now, the starting lineup for the Firebirds. At goalkeeper, number 0, Sarah Leifrig. At midfield, number 2, Katie Cochran. At defense, number 7, Zaira Solis. At midfield, number 8, Amelia Price. At midfield, number 10, Malika Bigarandavi. At forward, number 11, Grace Robinson. At forward, number 14, Erin Otto. At defense, number 20, Tally Lappin. At forward, number 27, McKenna Wallen. At defense, number 29, Katherine Cramer. At defense, number 30, Blaze Butler. The head coach of Carthage is Ian Wilson. He is assisted by Robert Tomasek and Danielle Malat. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to Art Keller Field, where we have tonight's matchup in women's soccer between the Carthage Firebirds and the Beloit Buccaneers. This game sees the two teams coming into Art Keller Field tonight on different trajectories. Beloit is coming off 3 straight wins in which they've tallied a 9-0 score lines over those 3 matches, having given up a goal in 3 games and have scored 9 in those 3 wins. Carthage, on the other hand, is coming off of 3 losses, and they've been outscored 13-1. So it is 2 teams, as I said, on very different trajectories. Beloit is coming off a 2-0 win over Nebraska Wesleyan. That was on Saturday. And Carthage is coming off a 4-0 loss at UW La Crosse. Carthage, it has to be said, though, has taken on some really tough opponents this season. Overall, their record is 1-5, but they had a real tough opponent last week in Wisconsin lacrosse, and they had a recent trip to St. Louis where they lost to Fontbonne University and Washington University St. Louis. Both really tough opponents. Their one win, of course, came at home during the battle on the border against Luther College, where they won 2-1 in overtime. So Carthage won 5-0 on the season. Beloit, on the other hand, is 3-0-2 on the season. They started off with 2 draws to begin the season, two away games. They drew with Marion and Edgewood away, and they, as I mentioned, are coming off 3 wins against Wisconsin Lutheran 4-0, Rockford 3-0, and as I mentioned last week against Nebraska Wesleyan 2-0. So the Buccaneers are flying high. Carthage is looking to defend their home turf tonight. They did get their 1 win on the season here at Art Keller Field, and they have been away since that time, and so they'll be looking to try to repeat that form and defend Art Keller Field and get their record back in a positive way. We're just about to kick off here tonight at Art Keller Field. The sun has just gone down. There was a beautiful orange sky before that. Now it's starting to darken up a little bit. Temperature at game time is about 59 degrees, so it is a little bit cooler than it has been recently. And there's a pretty stiff wind out of the north at about 15 miles per hour here at kickoff as well. So Carthage will be defending the side where it's against the wind in this first half, and then they'll be traveling with the wind in the second half. So we'll see if that becomes a factor in tonight's game. So here's your kickoff. Amelia Price is playing up front there. She is the leading goal scorer so far for Carthage on the season. Amelia has 2 goals on the season. It looks like Coach Wilson has some familiar players. As you see Malika Bigger-Ndabi, who's there again at the base of midfield, as she usually is. She's in a battle here with one of the Beloit players, but she does get it out to the right side to Tally Lappin, who's able to get it upfield to Amelia Price. Amelia's had a really good start to her freshman season. As I mentioned, 2 goals already on the season. Coach Wilson has also started Grace Robinson up top, number 11. She also has a goal on the season. And she's starting pretty much in that center. I guess she's really on the right side of what looks to be maybe a front 3, although it's a little unclear yet what the actual shape of the Carthage team will be so far tonight. So there is a goal kick here to start off with. Carthage tried to get it down into the end, but couldn't quite put the passes together in order to get it in front of the goal. Carthage does now have it on the sideline, though, and throw-in goes to Malika Bigger-Ndabi, who goes back to the defense. And again, out here on the right-hand side to Tally Lappin, trying to work it up that sideline. And good play at the back there. That's Blaze Butler, who's getting a start in defense tonight. She's on the left-hand side of that back two. Katherine Cramer, the sophomore, is on the right-hand side. So Butler and Kramer are the 2 central defenders for Carthage, at least in the starting lineup tonight. There's Katie Cochran on the ball. She's getting another start in midfield. Katie's a senior, as is Malika Bigger-Ndabi, who goes back to Blaze Butler. And across. There's Malika. She tries to go out this right-hand side, trying to find Tally Lappin, who's had some good forward runs this season. She does take it all the way up into the corner. The defender stays with her, but she is able to maintain control of the ball, and she does cross it. But the Beloit player is there. So far, Carthage is looking aggressive on the ball. Arenado there. Aaron's been playing kind of a right-sided midfielder in a slightly more attacking role so far this season, so that will be the first corner of the game for Carthage. And it looks like Malika Bigger-Ndabi is going over to take that corner. Or it looks like actually Arenado's going to take it. Malika's there as a short option for Aaron. But the Carthage players are lined up in the box. She does take it short to Malika. They might try to work a little 2-person game here. Malika takes it to the byline. And in front, Amelia Price had a shot there right in front, and she made a nice volley that was just over the net. So she was open there. Really good pass. Malika worked it along the end line there very well and was able to get a good pass into the box that unfortunately was just a little bit tricky for Amelia to handle. Arenado here with some good pressure on the ball. Beloit goes long. That's Katherine Kramer at the back. She's able to get it back to Sarah Liefrig, who's again starting in goal this evening. There's Blaze Butler. She goes out to the left-hand side. Zyra Solis is getting a start over on that left-hand side as left back tonight. And McKenna Wallen is getting a start on the left-hand side of the front three. Hard to tell if that's a front three or a front two at this point, but it looks like McKenna is on that left-hand side of the attacking formation. No Morgan Verbetten in the starting lineup tonight. She's, of course, Carthage's returning leading scorer, so we'll see if she'll make an appearance as a substitute, or maybe she's injured, not sure. Katie Cochran over on that sideline. Back to Zyra Solis. And there is a foul there on Katie Cochran, so that will be a Carthage free kick. Malika makes a nice move in midfield there. She goes over the top, tries to go over the top to Arenado, who's making a nice run up the right-hand side. There's Amelia Price again. She gets a shot off, and just off the crossbar. Shot from pretty far out, probably about 20 yards or so. And a really good effort on goal, so a good start for Carthage. They've had a couple of shots just over the net already. Beloit has yet to have any possession in the Carthage end, so a good start to the game for the Firebirds. Like Beloit is taking those goal kicks fairly long. Zyra Solis tries to hit Grace Robinson, who some nice hold-up play there. Tries to go to Arenado, making a run off of that hold-up play, but it does go out of bounds on the near side. So that'll be a throw-in for Beloit. Tally Lappin with a nice header there. Blaze Butler is at the back. There's Amelia Price. She tries to find McKenna Wallen. Goes far side. And Beloit is making a run down that far side. But some good defense there by Solis. She gets it into Bigger and Davi, who goes upfield. Amelia Price picks it up. Back to Solis. He's looking for an outlet there, and it decides to go backwards. Katherine Kramer again on that left-hand side of defense. They try to work it up that left-hand side, but it does end up going out of bounds to Beloit. Beloit just gets a step on the defender there and a shot, and it's a goal for Beloit. Their first shot on goal of the night, and it was really nicely placed shot just over the head of the Carthage keeper, Sarah Liefrig. We'll get a number on that goal as soon as we get an announcement from the public address announcer.
Goal number 3, Abigail Membrino.
It is Abigail Membrino with the goal. Abigail is a sophomore from Darien, Wisconsin. Abigail already has 2 goals on the season, so that'll be her 3rd goal to make her the joint top scorer for Beloit. So Carthage really had the lion's share of possession there in the first 7 minutes, but 7 minutes in, Beloit on their first attempt at goal is able to beat the keeper for a goal. It was really a nice shot. Not much the keeper could do about that one, I'm afraid. Sarah Liefrig made a dive. I think she was in the right position, just couldn't quite get it. It was just a bit over her head. A really nice shot from Abigail Membrino. Carthage again has it in the Beloit end. See if they can continue that pressure and hopefully answer quickly here. A little push there in the corner. The referee was right on the spot, though. The assistant decided not to call it. Malika, though, picks it up, tries to go centrally. McKenna Wallen was there, but the defender got in the way. Katherine Kramer goes back to Blaze Butler, who goes all the way across to Zyra Solis. She goes centrally to Katie Cochran. Looking around, Trying to find that next pass, but it does get intercepted by Beloit, and they come forward again. Back in the corner there. Nice play by Tally Lappin, and that will be a goal kick to Carthage. Nice defensive effort there from Tally. Tally Lappin is a senior from Geneva, Illinois. Hard to believe some of these players are seniors. It feels like last year we hardly got to see them, but I guess that's true of all sports in the past year, at least college sports in Division III. So I think a lot of these young women probably do have eligibility left still, but whether they'll use that or not. Arenado, who's on the ball now, is a graduate student and using her extra year of eligibility here. So knocked out of bounds by Malaika Bigirndavi. A very small ball boy picks it up. Well done. Gets a hand from the crowd. Arenado with a clearance. McKenna Wallen is giving chase there. The Beloit keeper has come far out of her net, but she is able to clear it to her right back, or at least to her center back. Good hustle there on the Carthage defense, and in midfield, Katie Cochran, Blaze Butler there. Does go out of bounds to Beloit, and they'll have a throw in deep in the corner on the far side of the field. Carthage is able to clear it there from that throw. There was a little head on, but they were able to clear. So we're about 10 minutes in here, and an early goal from the Beloit Buccaneers. On their one and only shot of the game, really their one and only opportunity of the game. They were just able to really get a good shot and get that goal. Carthage has had a couple of shots on goal, including one from a corner and another one from distance from Amelia Price. She's had two, opportunities, although difficult opportunities, certainly not easy conversions. But Carthage has been on the front foot for the most part. Here they come again out to this right-hand side to try to find some joy over here. Tally Lappin trying to get it past her defender. She goes long, just a little bit too long for the forward. So that'll be picked up by the Beloit keeper and spread out to that right-hand side. Malaika Bigirndavi picks it up in midfield. Finds McKenna Wallen on that left-hand side. She makes a nice little move there and goes down that left-hand side. But a nice sliding tackle by the Beloit defender on that far side to stop that momentum. And it comes far up the field in just one pass. Nice defensive play there. That was Blaze Butler. She just had great instinct there. The senior from Janesville, Blaze Butler, saw that pass coming, and she was right on the spot. Excellent defensive play by Butler. Arenado over here in the center now. Playing kind of an attacking midfielder, trying to create something for those forwards. It does come back out. Blaze Butler goes for that ball. She doesn't quite get to that one, but it caroms off and comes back all the way so that Katherine Kramer can pick it up, and she goes all the way back to Sarah Liefrig in goal. Katherine Kramer trying to find a midfielder, but it does go to Beloit. Carthage has 7 players behind the ball now, so trying to keep those defensive blocks in shape, and certainly don't want to give up another goal here. Hopefully they can find one and get right back in this game. Kenna Wallen trying to find a way around her defender. Does eventually go out of bounds to Carthage. So there'll be a Carthage throw on the far side. Looks like maybe a substitution is being readied. There is a player at the touchline getting ready to come in. It looks like Coach Wilson has some, not sure if it's a tactical change or just a shuffle in the deck a little bit this early on. Some fresh legs on there, perhaps. We're almost 15 minutes into the game. Maybe looking to sub someone out. Carthage has a little trouble handling it through the midfield, so it does end up going back to Sarah Leifrig in goal, who comes near side to Katherine Cramer. Arenado then. Nice little ball through there. Tally Lappin, will she get to it? She did. But there were two Beloit defenders there on her. Nice play, though, by Arenado to come back and knock that ball off the defender. Looks like we will have a substitution. First substitution of the night sees McKenna Wallen go off. And it looks like Morgan Verbetten is coming on. As I mentioned, Morgan is our returning top scorer and all-conference player from a year ago, the senior from Libertyville, Illinois. And so nice to see her on the pitch. Good that she's not injured. And McKenna Wallen got the start, but Morgan Verbetten comes in about 15 minutes or so into the first half. Try to get some pace up there on that front line, although certainly McKenna has that as well. Beloit trying to chase that down. That was Natalie Ortiz chasing that ball for Beloit, but it does go out of bounds, and Beloit will make a substitution now. Looks like number 3, that's Abigail Membrino, the goal scorer, who's going off. And replaced by number 22, I believe, McKenna Downing. McKenna is their top scorer so far this season, number 22. She is top scorer with 3 goals so far this year. That'll be Beloit ball on the near side. Malika makes a nice interception there. She goes upfield. There's Morgan Verbetten just off the bench. And she's hustling back there, forcing Beloit to play it back to the keeper. Keeper had no choice but really to just play it out of bounds and clear her lines. It was a hard pass back, and it would have been difficult for her to control it, especially with Morgan Verbetten closing on her quickly. So Tally Lappin has a throw in here on the near side in the attacking zone for Carthage. Grace Robinson with some nice hustle there to get that ball back. She centers it, but not quite, kind of between two Carthage players. It goes out to that far side. Zyra Solis into the center. Arenado with a really nice flick there. And a shot! Oh, the keeper saves it, and it goes over the net, so that will be a Carthage corner. A really nice shot there, left-footed. I think that was Morgan Verbetten who got on that. She's already made her presence felt with chasing down that ball, forcing that clearance, and then getting that nice left-handed shot. Arenado made a really nice layoff there for her. Otto is across to take it, and she goes short to Malika again. They try to do a little give and go there, but Beloit is aware of it, ready for it, and intercepts it. And so Carthage will kind of reset now for the throw as opposed to the corner. Tally Lappin throws it in. Amelia Price is there centrally. Tries to go through Malika. Morgan Verbetten goes all the way back to Blaze Butler at the back. Trying to find Katie Cochran, but it is intercepted by Beloit. They go centrally, but Katherine Kramer steps up nicely. Goes out to Arenado with a nice pass. She makes a nice move around her defender. Through the center, trying to find Verbetten on that far side, I think. Just not quite able to connect. Beloit just clears it. Carthage really has had the better control and possession of the game. And there's that tiny ball boy again. There's got to be child labor laws in this country. No. He's having fun shagging balls. That's great. Great to see. All right, there's a foul there. The ref wasn't happy with the restart, and so they'll bring it back and restart it again. Katherine Kramer Katherine is a sophomore this year from St. Joseph, Illinois, St. Joseph Ogden High School. Beloit goes centrally. It's McKenna Downing there, as I mentioned, their top scorer, joint top scorer now with Abigail Membrino. Carthage has it now, though. That's Morgan Verbetten in the middle, looking for that pass. Amelia Price made a really nice run down the middle, but Morgan just couldn't quite find her there. But a really nice run. Morgan Verbetten comes across again, picks it up, dribbles through the midfield, trying to cross the field, carry it across instead of crossing it. Grace Robinson now. She goes to the corner, and that is out of bounds there. And that'll be a corner kick. So I believe that's a fourth corner for Carthage already this half, so they are putting the pressure on. See if they'll play that little short one again, or whether they want to go ahead and lump it into the box. Malika hasn't gone all the way to the corner there, so maybe they are. Arenado does just take that corner in the traditional way, conventional way, I should say. It's in front. Katie Cochran almost had it. Arenado again. Amelia Price, and a shot! Oh, Grace Robinson. Amelia Price kind of got it to Grace Robinson, who was just a few yards outside of the goal there, and she was able to turn and fire it, and again tipped over the goal. The keeper for Beloit has already made a couple of nice saves. That's Audrey Ketterer, who's playing in the goal tonight for Beloit. Otto again with another nice ball into the box. It's pretty juicy. Malika tries to force it in again. She picks it up once more. And that did go off a hand. And that will be a free kick. So we're 20 minutes in now. Still Beloit 1, Carthage 0. But Carthage really has had the lion's share of possession, more shots, more opportunities. And really has looked the better team, I would say, so far. So just that one good opportunity that Beloit got, and it wasn't even that great an opportunity, it was just a really great shot. Goes out of bounds there, so that'll be a Carthage throw. The assistant referee right on the spot. Tally Lappin with a pretty long throw into the box there, but cleared away by Beloit to this near side. Lappin will take it again. Ref indicates that she needs to move back a few yards, which she does. Now he's happy, and she'll throw it in. That'll be another Carthage throw. Morgan Verbetten's open there in midfield, nobody covering her. She's able to kind of scamper through. Gets all the way to the corner. Tries that cross, but it is blocked. She tries another cross, this time with her left foot. It does go all the way across. There's Katie Cochran. Can't quite control it. It goes kind of through her legs there. Zaira Solis is able to stop it. A wild clearance from Beloit ends up in another corner kick for Carthage on the far side, I believe. Yeah, the ref is indicating a corner kick, so it did go over the end line as opposed to the sideline. So again, Arenado seems to be the designated corner taker tonight, and she's over on the other side to take it as well. No short option, so she will be putting it into the box, which she does. It's headed across. Just couldn't get a second connection on it there. Really nicely headed across there. Morgan Verbetten. Tally Lappin tries to cross it from deep. Malika Bigrandavi now has it on the edge of the box. Is she able to get to that byline? She does, but it goes out of bounds just over the end line. Malika was on that ball and ready to cross it, but it did go just over the end line before she was able to get that cross in. So again, Carthage applying the pressure, getting the corners, getting the balls in front, getting shots. Be interesting to see at halftime what the difference is in shots, but it certainly seems thus far as if Carthage has had the lion's share of them. And I believe that Beloit only has the one shot, which was the goal. Malaika Bigerndavi wins that battle in midfield. Tally Lappin with a nice little layoff there to Katherine Cramer. Arenado again gets it past her defender, but not quite all the way to Morgan Verbetten. Malaika, again, defensively is in the perfect position. She tries to go long this time. There's a little chase for the ball there. The keeper is alert and in the right position. Katie Cochran, though, picks it up in midfield. She could try to go back through Verbetten, who again comes across the field. Arenado picks it up there short, tries to go back to Amelia Price, who's beaten, but it does go all the way back to Sarah Liefrig, who's well out of her goal and looking for that pass, playing the kind of sweeper-keeper role. Katherine Kramer, Morgan Verbetten, Arenado. Blaze Butler over there. Verbetten with a nice layoff. Zyra Solis tries to find Grace Robinson in the middle. She's making a little diagonal run there across the box, but was unable to get a hold of it. And now Beloit goes down the side. That's Natalie Ortiz with some good speed. And a wicked clearance there by Blaze Butler. Kind of came sailing into the Carthage bench, and so hopefully everybody's okay. I don't see anyone on the ground over there. It looks like everybody's all right. Did go kind of went hard into the bench, but here's Morgan Verbetten again on a run through defense. So she tries to play a little kind of corner ball there to Grace Robinson, who's running kind of an opposite direction, but it goes a little bit long, and it's picked up by the Beloit keeper, who throws it downfield, trying again to find Natalie Ortiz down there. And it does go off of the Carthage defender, and it will be a Beloit throw. Verbetten with a nice little move there to get the ball into midfield. She tries to find Grace Robinson up the center. And it's out of bounds. That'll be a Carthage throw. And it looks like they are running a couple of substitutions. Katie Cochran is going off. And Blaze Butler is going off, it looks like. Amelia Price, she goes near side here. I'm going to catch a number on the substitute as soon as I get that. That's number 19. That's Anna Butler. So Blaze Butler replaced by Anna Butler, no relation. And here's Anna Butler now on the ball. Is Grace Robinson still in there? The other player who came in for Carthage is Faith Roberts, number 18. Faith is a midfielder, freshman from Libertyville. Getting a little playing time here in the first half. Just under 20 minutes to go. And that'll be a goal kick for Carthage. Beloit making a few substitutions here now as well. Anna Butler tries to go up this right-hand side, but it does end up going out of bounds. Carthage, it looks like, has a number of players kind of warming up on the sidelines now. So probably looking to make some more substitutions here before the half is through. Tally Lappin has played the whole first half so far, as many of these starters have. Malaika Bigerndavi in midfield. She goes back on the far side. It's Katherine Kramer who stayed in on the left-hand side there. Arenado in the center. Nice play to Amelia Price. She looks around trying to find that pass. She goes far side to Tally Lappin, who is covered there, but she some nice hustle and gets the ball back and wins the throw-in. So it was a nice hustle there from Tally Lappin, even though she had a defender on her that whole time. She was able to maintain control of the ball. Another throw for Carthage on this side. Another sub here. It's like Amelia Price is coming off. Let's see who that is that's coming on instead. I have a feeling. That's number 24 is Yuvia Ontiveros. Grace Robinson in front. Oh, tries to go far side. Faith Roberts was there, but just a step off the pass there. Malaika, some fancy footwork. It is cleared down all the way to Leifrig, who has plenty of time at the back. And they'll play it out from the back. Upfield to Bigger and Davi. She turns it. Goes centrally to Arenado. Back to Faith Roberts. Good play by Katherine Kramer there at the back. Malaika looking upfield. Verbetten tries to lay it off there, although it's just a little bit too far, although she returns for it and gets it. Now she's running upfield with it. She's going right up the center of the field. She takes a shot. And it goes to a pretty easy save for Audrey Ketterer in the Beloit goal. She's had to make some good saves tonight, but that one was pretty easy, not too far away from her, and at a pretty easy height for her to handle. And Beloit has not had a lot of possession really in the game. Carthage has played well defensively, both at the back and in the midfield, really. Grace Robinson comes over to this far side. Tally Lappin making a charge on it. Arenado was played the whole game so far. There's Anna Butler with a nice move at the back. Verbetten again in midfield, goes right around her defender. She goes wide to Grace Robinson, who turns it, tries to go upfield, and it does go out of bounds, but that will be a corner. Okay, that was off of the Beloit player. It looked like maybe it was off of Grace, but apparently there was a touch there. So it will be another corner. They've got subs ready to come in, but I think they're going to wait, not do substitutions on the corner. I'm not sure what the rules on that are. I know sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But they'll wait for another stoppage of play. They go short. Malaika makes another nice move to the end line. She goes back, and there's a shot from distance, and it's just over the goal. That was Iris Solis, I think, with that shot. It looks like Malaika Bigger-Ndavi will get a rest. And looks like maybe Zaira Solis also getting a rest on that far side. Coming in are Jenny Garcia in midfield. Number 3. I can't quite see who's on the far side there. Get that number to you as soon as we can see it. Some nice interchange there on the far side for the Carthage players. There's Otto in the middle of midfield. Kind of bundled into there, but no foul is called. Beloit again just kind of clears it down the field. Easy pickup for Liefrig. And a Butler has a little space to run here. She looks wide, but doesn't have an opening there, so she does decide to go back to her keeper. There's Jenny Garcia. Back to Anna Butler. Anna goes up to this near side looking for Morgan Verbetten. It's headed out of bounds, but that will be a Carthage throw in. Another substitution here. It looks like Arenado is going to get a break. She's played the whole first half so far. And I believe that's Tally... No, it's Katie Talons. I'm sorry. Katie Talons has come in midfield. Morgan Verbetten into the side of the box. She's still got the ball there. 2 defenders on her. And they do end up clearing it all the way to Jenny Garcia, who tries to keep it in. Anna Butler then eventually does knock it back upfield. Yuvia Ontiveros gives chase. And I believe that's Kate Sumner on the far side, number 16. Kate Sumner is in now at left back. Kate is a freshman from Yuma, Arizona. There's a handball, I believe, there, or else a foul, so Carthage will have a free kick. They line it up. Looks like Jenny Garcia is lining up to take it. Anna Butler comes across, though. I think they're going to try to use this opportunity and get something into the box. Hopefully maybe get a goal here before the half is over. Butler lofts it in. It bounces off the keeper. And a goal for Carthage! The keeper wasn't able to control the ball, and it came all the way back out. And there was a scramble for it in front of the net.
Carthage, goal number 15, Morgan Verbetten.
Morgan Verbetten with the goal. The Beloit keeper is down. They're taking a look and making sure that she's okay. That's Morgan's second goal of the year, and that evens up the score at 1-1. Just as I was saying, it'd be nice to get one before the half. They do, in fact, get one before the half. So, again, a long-distance set play on a foul on that far side, or a handball, and it was Anna Butler, I believe, who put that shot into the box from long distance. It was right really to the keeper. It didn't look like a particularly difficult save, but it was coming in with some pace, and she wasn't able to control it. Bounce back out in front of the goal. There's a little scramble for it there, and Morgan Verbetten was the quickest to react and able to bury that ball in the back of the goal. So a really important goal, I think, for Carthage going forward. They've got to feel a lot better about things now at 1-1. And, given the fact that they have not been able to score but, one goal in their last 3 games. In their last game at La Crosse, they weren't able to get one. So certainly it will be nice to get that goal, and they'll be feeling a lot better about things going into the second half. So the trainers are on the field, as I mentioned. They are looking at one of the Beloit players and making sure that she's all right. Well, both of these teams will be in action again on Saturday this week. Carthage's next game will be at Milliken on Saturday in Decatur, Illinois, at 11 a.m. on Saturday. That's an away game, but you can catch the stream of that online. Beloit, on the other hand, will be home next game on Saturday. They'll be playing Ripon at that same time, 11 a.m. on Saturday. So both of these teams will be in action next week again. And now it looks like they have checked out the Beloit player who was injured, and she seems to be okay staying on the pitch. And so we will get a restart here in Kenosha. 9:06 to go here in the first half. Beloit scored fairly early in the game, about 7 minutes into the game. That was Abigail Membrino, the sophomore from Darien, who scored the Beloit goal. And now Morgan Verbetten, the senior from Libertyville, the all-conference player for Carthage, the returning leading scorer, and now the joint leading scorer for Carthage. And here they come again. That time it was Katie Talons trying to get a cross in, but the cross does end up behind the goal for a goal kick. There's Anna Butler in the defense. It's coming back here, and Anna gives chase. She goes all the way back to Sarah Leifrig, who has plenty of time here. Look around. She goes back to Butler in this near side. Up the sideline to Tally Lappin, who has a little bit of space. Nice interchange there. Tally again tries to keep it in, but it does go, sneaks out of bounds on this near side. But some good interplay there with Katie Talons, Tally Lappin. Some good link-up play up the near side. And we'll have another throw in for Beloit on the near side. Oh, actually that's a free kick. I apologize. Must have been a foul there, and Beloit will take that free kick, trying to drill it up into the center. Carthage is there, though. Beloit here trying to work it up that right-hand side, but Sarah Leifrig is there on the spot and picks it up easily. Just about 6 minutes to go in this first half. Sarah plays it short out to the right-hand side. Anna Butler, who had the nice shot on the goal, that was then rebounded by Verbetten. Tally Lappin tries to go centrally. Morgan Verbetten beats the defender to the goal. That's Yuvia Ontiveros in the middle. And Grace Robinson, they're scrapping for it there. And it is thrown out of bounds, I should say kicked out of bounds by Beloit. Lappin trying to find another Carthage player. It does come all the way back, though, to Anna Butler. Beloit is able to keep it in on this near side. Lappin with a nice defensive play to get the ball back. And throw it in before they're able to make the substitution. This time it'll be a Beloit throw. Carthage looks like has a sub ready to come in, but as I mentioned, they didn't quite get it in quick enough. There's a little handball there. Katie Talons playing in that midfield role. There's Aspen Valentine on the near side, taking that free kick. Headed around there at the back. Nice play by Carthage to get it through the center of midfield. Nice pass up the center too, but it is blocked at the last moment there by the Beloit defender, who was able to work it upfield, and they work it to that right-hand side. That's Paulina Gorjevsky. But that'll be a Carthage ball, so that'll be a throw-in. Grace Robinson, who's played the whole first half at that kind of central striker role, is going to come off now and get a break for these last few minutes. And I believe that's Chloe Urbanski who's come in, number 17, at that kind of center forward position. Jenny Garcia to Tally Lappin, who has some room to run here. She makes another one of those patented runs down the right-hand side. She goes up forward trying to find Chloe Urbanski, who's just come in the game. Lappin goes centrally. Jenny Garcia goes back. Katherine Kramer goes far side. Trying to find a way through there. Morgan Verbetten pokes it through, and she gets past her defender. She's got room to run again here. She comes centrally through. I thought maybe he was calling a foul there. I guess not. It would have been, I think, inside the box. I don't know. It looked like he was playing advantage, but that doesn't really make sense if it was in the box. But must have been outside the box. Or maybe he was just pointing to it that the players got the ball as opposed to the body. Then I don't know. It was a little bit of an unclear signal there. In any case, Beloit does control it, and it's again with the keeper, Audrey Ketterer. Intercepted on that far side. That's Faith Roberts. Just put in a good shift here in midfield. Just a few minutes to go here in the first half. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Jenny Garcia with a nice defensive play there. She's put in some good minutes in place of Malaika, who's usually so fundamental to Carthage's defense. It's being traded back and forth a little bit here. Garcia tries to control, but it is Beloit who controls, except there's Morgan Verbetten again. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't Morgan Verbetten. Centrally now, there's Katie Talons, who goes back to Tally Lappin, who tries to cross it. It's a good cross, but Beloit was there. Beloit tries to lump it upfield, but easily controlled there by Katherine Cramer, who's had a real good first half in that central defense. So over here then to Anna Butler, who also has played well since coming in. And they'll work it out from the back one more. Just over a minute to go, so Carthage may try to make one more rush here. Go upfield, there's Verbetten. But it is kicked back deep into the Carthage zone there. Anna Butler going back. Doesn't quite roll out of bounds, so she'll play it across to Sarah Liefrig, who left it for Butler there. Just a half a minute to go. Upfield. Lappin. Nice run here. That's Yuvia Ontiveros. Jenny Garcia is there once again to mop up. Just a few seconds yet to go in this first half.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And a shot in the last seconds.
1.
And it does go wide. So we've played one half here at Art Keller Field in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The score after our first half is Carthage College Firebirds 1 and the Beloit College Buccaneers 1. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the second half. And welcome back for the second half from Art Keller Field in Kenosha. We have tonight the battle between the Carthage Firebirds and the Beloit Buccaneers. The first half, the score is tied. After the first half, the score is tied 1-1. The stats came in from halftime, and it shows basically what we saw with the naked eye, which was Carthage really dominating play during that first half. They had 10 shots to 1 for Beloit. They had 6 corner kicks to 0 for Beloit, of those 10 shots that Carthage had in the half, 6 of them were on goal. So there's 5 saves for the Beloit keeper. The goals were scored by Abigail Membrino for Beloit at the 6:43 minute mark. And for Carthage, Morgan Verbetten equalized at the 35:56 mark. So here we go, underway. Carthage now going from right to left, and they will be going with the wind this half, which they were going against the wind in the first half, so we'll see if that makes a difference in terms of how they play and how well they're able to play. It looks like, at least initially, kind of a mix of not exactly the starting lineup as it first was. There's Morgan Verbetten with her first touch of the second half. Of course, she didn't start the game, but she did come in fairly early in the game. And so she is starting on the left-hand side there. Grace Robinson has come back in, it looks like, in the center. She played most of that first half. Grace played 41 minutes in the first half. And that will be a free kick for Carthage. There's Anna Butler, who had that nice shot leading to the goal. Anna has stayed in there on the right side of that central defense. And Katherine Cramer, who played the whole first half, along with Tally Lappin on the right-hand side, takes that free kick, and it does go over the end line for a goal kick. Zaira Solis has come in again. There's Malaika Bigirndavi, who also has come back in. Excuse me, oh, the shot right in the middle. But there was an offside call on the play. A nice little through ball there. Grace Robinson trying to get on the end of it, but apparently was a step offside, according to the assistant referee, and it was eventually blown dead for a free kick for Beloit. Beloit has really had a lot of trouble getting possession. Carthage has done a really good job of pressuring them in the midfield, as well as at the back, and Beloit really has only had that one opportunity. They just happened to score on their one shot of the game. But Carthage has really had the lion's share of possession, the lion's share of chances. They try to go through the center here. It is kind of fumbled. The keeper comes out and gets a foot on it and then is able to eventually recover it. But Carthage again applying pressure here just in the first 2 minutes of the second half, already with a couple of opportunities. So they'll keep pushing for that second goal. Really hate to dominate and still be even, but they did give up that early goal, but showed a lot of heart in getting that goal back. Here comes Beloit through the center. They go centrally. It's a shot. Sarah Liefrig with a save. There's a rebound there, but it is cleared away. Anna Butler eventually gets on it. Liefrig made a nice stop to her right there. It was a shot, I believe, from number 22. That's McKenna Downing there. Or I'm sorry, it was 27. I apologize. I think it was Gracie Gassman with that shot. Out of bounds there. Beloit will have it on the far side. Beloit now trying to string together a few passes, which they do. Good hustle there on the far side by Arenado, who played quite a few minutes in the first half as well. Aaron had 35 minutes in the first half. In terms of the shots for Carthage, Morgan Verbetten had 3, Anna Butler had 2, Grace Robinson had 2, and Amelia Price had 2. Katie Cochran had the other shot. So 10 shots in the first half for Carthage. That's really strong, and then 6 of those on goal. Again, coach will be happy to see those shots going on goal. It really forced a lot of saves, 5 saves out of the Beloit keeper. So a good offensive first half, and as I mentioned, a good defensive first half too. Really just that one opportunity, but that was an extremely good shot there for Abigail Membrino early in the game. Carthage looks a little less organized at the back, maybe, than they were in the first half. Although there's just been that one shot so far. There's Malika in the center. She goes outfield to Grace Robinson, who tries to turn her defender and does. It's past her. She's running full speed down that right-hand side, trying to find her way into the center of the pitch. She does get it through there. And Verbetten was there. Really nice center from Grace Robinson. And Morgan Verbetten was there, was able to get on it with her left foot, but not able to get enough power to get it either past the keeper or... Ooh, and there's a collision at midfield. Both the players are down. I think it was a little bit of a clash of heads there. And both the players are back up, which is a good sign. But I think with concussion protocols and so forth, they'll probably want to have those 2 players checked out. Both coaches would come on the field just to make sure that those protocols are followed and that both of their players are okay. The training staffs are with them now. Just having them each go through the protocols to make sure there is no head injuries. That's really been a important point for referees and really in athletics in general in the last couple of years, to really make sure that we're very careful about those head injuries, especially with younger players. And as you know, even some very young players now are not allowed to use their heads at all, heading the ball or anything of that nature. I think it's 10 and under that has that rule, but soccer is one game where there are occasional clashes of heads, and so those concussion protocols are something that they're very, very careful about. It looks like both those players will be subbed out. Katie Cochran has gone off. She was the Carthage player who was involved. And it looks like, I think that maybe Jenny Garcia. It is, number 3, Jenny Garcia. Jenny's a junior from Aurora, Illinois, Wabunsee Valley. And she'll come in place of Katie Cochran in central midfield. Tally Lappin is the first Carthage player to that ball, and she's able to get it forward to Grace Robinson, who tries to return it to her, and there's a foul there on Tally Lappin on that far side. She was knocked over by the Beloit player. The referee wants to maybe have a word. Oh, no, just a foul. No card, no caution. And the referee hustles to get back into place. So Carthage has a free kick. Just about 15 yards inside their own half. Grace Robinson has really showed some good play, some center forward play so far in this season. Malika Bigger-Ndavi hustles and gets the ball back. Anna Butler goes across to Katherine Kramer. Katherine, again, as I mentioned, played the entire first half, 45 minutes. She's back in there again. Very solid defensively, Carthage has been tonight. There's Jenny Garcia. She goes on this left-hand side, Tally Lappin trying to catch up with the ball. It goes out of bounds, and that will be a Beloit throw. It was a little unclear which way that was going to go. The assistant didn't make a signal, but the head referee, the center referee, makes the call. And it will be a Buccaneer ball. Back at the back, that's Anna Butler. She decides to take it all the way back to Sarah Liefrig. It's kind of at the edge of the 16-yard box. Katherine Kramer finds Morgan Verbetten in the pivot. And Malika goes far side to Anna Butler. Anna tries to go long. Really nice ball there. Around the corner. Ooh, nice centering opportunity there. I think that was Tally Lappin who'd gotten all the way forward on that right-hand side. It was. She's jogging back to her fullback position now. She's really been good both at the back and going forward tonight, as well as all season long, really. Definitely one of Carthage's strongest performers, I would say, on a regular basis. Grace Robinson again. She's hustling, trying to get that ball past. Oh, and there's a foul called on that far side. The Beloit player did go down. It wasn't clear that there was a foul there, but the assistant referee was waving his flag, and so the center ref calls the foul, and it will be a Beloit free kick. Foul called there on Carthage. That was Tally Lappin giving some pressure there. Beloit tries to go long. Anna Butler is there. She heads it upfield. Lappin finds Verbetten, who makes a really nice turn. Oh, there just happened to be a Beloit defender there. Jenny Garcia with a nice little interception and some good hustle, trying to get on that ball. Nice hustle there. That's Yuvia Ontiveros, who's also started the second half. Malika Bigger-Ndavi gets in the center. Goes down that right-hand side, trying to find Grace Robinson in that deep corner. Grace will get to that ball. She tries to turn it back upfield. And that'll be a corner kick. So another corner for Carthage. Maybe they'll be able to do something offensively with this one. Tally Lappin is out there as well. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's Arenado again. I apologize. Aaron has been taking those corner kicks. Malika has joined her over there as a short option, although it looks like Aaron will put it into the box. Verbetten is there. Anna Butler is there. She tries to get through but isn't able to. It comes all the way back to Zaira Solis, who really does a nice job controlling it and goes up the center again, and it's controlled just in front of Arenado, who is making a run into the box trying to get on a potential rebound. Bounces in the center circle. Referee plays advantage. Tally Lappin on this near side. Or I'm sorry, Zaira Solis. Get my sides mixed up. Yuvia Ontiveros, nice little ray off there by Grace Robinson. Didn't quite come off. Malika trips over the ball. And Beloit has a little possession here out on this right-hand side. Tally Lappin is there, though, to stop any forward progress. And Jenny Garcia now looks back and goes back to Anna Butler on that right-hand side. She moves upfield. Has to go around her defender. Malika now also under pressure. Carthage moves the ball around nicely, switches sides now. Verbetten again, who's been kind of coming back into that sort of pivot role, and they're hitting her with those passes out from defense and trying to kind of work off of her in more central positions, it seems like. Grace Robinson again with hustle. She beats that defender again to the ball. And that'll be a Carthage throw, it looks like, on that far side. I believe that was a signal from the assistant. Looks like that will be the restart here. Will be a throw from Carthage. Tally Lappin over there to take it. Jenny Garcia is bolting into the corner of the box there. Doesn't come all the way to her. Arenado gets it. She puts it into the center. Verbetten tries to touch it on, which she does, but it comes all the way through the keeper, who fields it and looks upfield to try to release the Buccaneers. Long kick downfield. Lappin is there again. She's been like a real defensive wall this half so far. Nobody's getting past her. A little bit of a scramble there in the middle. Ontiveros comes away with it. She goes to Verbetten. Verbetten again to Arenado. Otto takes a shot. Oh, just over the top of the net. It ends up on the top netting. A really nice move there from Carthage. Ontiveros, Verbetten to Otto. And the shot that just goes just over the net. So a good opportunity for Carthage again. Continuing their dominance. Here comes Beloit up the near side. It's number 18. That's Michaela Davis. Now here goes Natalie Ortiz. She's got some speed up that right-hand side. She crosses it in. Leifer gets a foot on it. And thankfully, Tally Lappin was in the right place at the right time, because there was a ball there. There was a rebound that Leifer was only able to get one hand on it, and Tally Lappin was just in the right place at the right time. So well done there. Jenny Garcia takes it back off of her defender. Yuvia Ontiveros trying to make her way through the center. And Beloit has it once more. Again, they go down the same side. That's Natalie Ortiz again. Ortiz looking for a way around. But good defense there. Solid defense from Carthage. That's Katherine Cramer, the sophomore from St. Joseph, who makes that nice defensive play. And this will be a corner for Beloit. I believe it is their first corner of the game, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see how they decide to play it. That's number 27. That's Grace Gassman taking that corner. Comes in front. Leifrig is able to get in front of it, but only to block it out of bounds, so it will be another corner. So they do get a shot off of that corner. And they'll try it again. Gracie Gassman again with a ball into the center. Good defensive play there from Anna Butler. Grace Robinson now, she gets past her defender. She's on the run. She tries to center it. Yuvia Ontiveros was up there with her, so she was trying to find that little ball across, but unable to do it. There's a substitution coming in. It looks like Grace Robinson will get a little break. She's been running a lot this half. And it looks like that's number 8. That's Amelia Price, who's come back in. She started the game, and Amelia played 29 minutes in the first half. She had 2 shots early on in the game. I think the first 2 shots of the game both were Amelia's. Malika Bigger-Davi finds Amelia Price. She tries to go right-hand side of Tally Lappin, but they're not quite on the same page there. And there'll be a couple of Beloit substitutions. And those substitutions have now been made, and so this will be a throw-in for Beloit. There's a foul there, I think. That'll be a Carthage free kick. Looks like Anna Butler stepping up to take it. Remember in the first half, she had a shot from some distance that was on goal, and the rebound was the... This time she decides to go across rather than trying to lump it into the box. And they've got a little closer now with Malaika. She'll try to go into that same area. Ontiveros has it. Amelia Price almost able to get around the corner there. Tally Lappin now. She's got the beat on her defender, I think. She tries to center it. Uvia Ontiveros again there. Arenado trying to get through. Tally Lappin now trying to get through. And it's cleared by Beloit. A couple more substitutions coming in. Looks like Tally Lappin maybe was one of those substitutions. And that is number 16, Kate Sumner, who's come in on the right-hand side of the defense to replace Tally Lappin. Give her a little break. Morgan Verbetten again. Seems like that's the play they're trying to work through the midfield. There's a foul there. So that'll be a free kick inside the Carthage half. See if they attempt to get this one into the box. And here is that Beloit free kick. Goes all the way to the edge of the penalty area. Being kind of knocked around there. Another foul, so another free kick for Carthage. All right, they're ready to take that kick now. And Butler goes near side to Morgan Verbetten, who turns her defender very easily. She's still in the center. She makes a nice little cut across there, and a shot at a goal! Very nice play from Morgan Verbetten to get that into the center. And Uvia Ontiveros with a goal. And Verbetten with the assist. So Uvia Ontiveros, that's her first goal of the season. So congratulations to her. She's played a really good second half. She definitely is deserving of that goal. So congratulations to Uvia. Uvia is a junior from Aurora with her first goal of the season, and it couldn't come at a better time, really. So Carthage now goes ahead 2-1. And there is another player down, although I think the player has now gone off the field. And so it looks like maybe they may continue play, or maybe they're going to wait here for a moment. All right, the injured player has gone off the field, and so now they're ready for the restart. Carthage had been huddling, but now they're kind of coming back and getting ready. So Carthage with a 2-1 lead. Really their first lead of the season, essentially, except for the double overtime win, and that was just a goal in the second overtime, at the end of the second overtime, in fact, that gave them that win. So let's see what they can do with that lead. Hopefully they're able to secure that, maybe even get another goal or two. That would be great. But real nice to see the comeback from Carthage after being down 1-0 so early in the game. The game just 6 minutes and 43 seconds into the game. And now with 25 minutes left to go in the game, they're ahead 2-1. So a real good performance no matter what happens from here on out, but Carthage is looking real strong tonight. Good hustle there. Cyrus Solis into Jenny Garcia. Yuvia Antiveros again. She's through the box. Almost made it through all that defense there. Only goes as far as Verbetten, who picks it up. Can't quite get around her defender. Malaika is there, though, to stop any progress. Jenny Garcia, they're sort of tag teaming there. And in central midfield, Jenny Garcia tries to, not sure if that was a shot or a pass, but it was blocked about just at the edge of the box and eventually played out of bounds. So Carthage will have a throw on this side. Zyra Solis lined up to take that. Zyra's a junior from Batavia, Illinois. Here's Anna Butler. She goes all the way through and takes a crack at it. Does go wide along the ground. Looks like we're going to get one more substitution here for each side. Looks like Malaika Biggerdavi is going to get a little break. And that's number 12, Katie Talons, who's come in. Katie's a sophomore from Des Plaines, Illinois, Elk Grove High School. There's Verbetten, right through the center. Ooh, looking for Katie Talons, who just come into the game. Zyra Solis now tries to play a little 1-2 there with Jenny Garcia. And it is knocked out of bounds, so that'll be a Carthage throw. Carthage keeping the pressure on. This is good. Just over 20 minutes to go now. They played more than half, or just about half, I guess now. Just half of the second half. And Carthage in the lead 2-1. That's number 18, Faith Roberts, who's also playing in the central midfield now. And a Butler with a nice defensive play there to get the ball back. Now that's Katie Talons. She gets it through to Amelia Price. Amelia back. Tries to get it back to Katie Talons, but it gets intercepted there. Kate Sumner, as I mentioned, is now playing defensively on that far side. She's in a battle there and does win that battle and gets a throw in for Carthage, so good for her. It goes back to Anna Butler, who goes all the way back to Sarah Liefrig in goal. Sarah looks upfield, assessing her options, trying to find an outlet. Morgan Verbetten, who's been that outlet, isn't able to quite control that one. There's Katie Talons. She makes a nice pass into the center. There's Jenny Garcia. She makes a nice move there and gets a shot off, but it is saved in the Beloit goal. But again, with multiple different combinations up front, Carthage has really maintained their forward momentum, really on the front foot, really all night long. Except for a few little spells of possession that Beloit has had, but they've really not managed much from those little spells of possession that they've had. It does go out of bounds there. And a turnaround shot. Natalie Ortiz, she's had a strong night offensively for Beloit. And there'll be a quadruple substitution for Beloit. They've got 4 players coming off and on. And Carthage just makes 1 substitution. That was Yuvia Antiveros, the goal scorer, who comes off. Congratulations again to her. And I believe Number 26, that's Madison Zaleski, who's come into the game. Kate Sumner on that far side, playing some good defense there. There's Jenny Garcia showing some really good effort there. Morgan Verbetten turns her defender. Tries to go upfield. There's Madison Zaleski. Jenny Garcia looks around. She goes far side. Morgan Verbetten's over there. She'll track that down, I think. She does. Tries to go baseline, byline, I should say. Oh, a nice little touch there. Amelia Price tried to kind of flick it back into the path of Madison Zaleski, which was a really nice attempt there for a play. Jenny Garcia seems to be kind of everywhere right now. She gets on that ball. There she is again. Beloit tries to go long here. Anna Butler comes across and picks it up. Good anticipation of where that ball was going to be by Anna. Under 20 minutes to go here, about 18 to play in Kenosha. Carthage does have that 1-goal advantage, trying to maintain that. Beloit, I think, has had a total of 2 shots tonight. They only had 1 in the first half. Oh, right through the middle, Katie Towns has a lot of space to run here. She looks around, tries to shoot, but it is blocked. Carthage is there once again. That's Madison Zaleski. Really nice move by Verbetten. She's got a shot here. She shoots and scores! Goal for Carthage. Number 15, Morgan Verbetten. She does it again. That's her 2nd goal tonight. Well done, Morgan Verbetten. Really nice play there from the Carthage offense. And Verbetten makes a really nice turn on her defender. She's made so many of those tonight in the midfield and finally got one right there in front of the goal. And now Carthage is ahead 3-1. And really from the outcome of the game, you'd think, based on their histories and what they had coming into this game, you'd think it would be going the other direction, but just shows how tough Carthage's opponents are and perhaps how tough Carthage can be here at Art Keller Field defending their home turf. So good for them for showing up tonight. These teams don't really have any history of playing each other. I was surprised to find that. On the websites of each school, there's a history section that shows previous meetings between the two sides, and you'd think Beloit and Carthage, since they are so close to each other, would have some history against each other, but according to that site, there have been no previous meetings between these two schools. Hard to believe. And perhaps the site is wrong, or I don't know how to use it. That's possible, too. Beloit comes to us from the Midwest Athletic Conference, the MCAC, Midwest Collegiate Athletic Conference. So they are not a conference opponent. A shot and a save from Liefrig. Excellent. She's had 2 really nice saves in the second half. There's another one. It will be a corner kick to Beloit. So Beloit trying to do something here with just over 15 minutes to play, about 16 minutes to go here in the second half. Beloit doing their best to try to come back here in Kenosha. Into the center. Good hustle there by Carthage to get that ball clear, and now they're chasing it down in the middle. Jenny Garcia is there defensively. Anna Butler clears it out here to Morgan Verbetten, who isn't able to keep it in, does go out of bounds. And that will be a Beloit throw. Put out of bounds there by the left back. That's Kate Sumner. Kate has had a lot of good playing time here tonight. She played about 12 minutes in the first half, and I think she's played a good 20 minutes or so here in the second half, so getting some good time. Anna Butler has really been strong in that defensive role. Blaze Butler looked really good in the first half, but Anna's come in and on the same side, I guess, on that right side of defense, and has really put her stamp on the game. She started a lot of the earlier games, I know. And now that'll be a Carthage throw. Looks like they're going to bring in a couple of subs. Morgan Verbetten, the scorer of the last goal and scorer of 2 goals tonight, will go out. And Jenny Garcia as well, who's had a really good shift in midfield. Coming in is number 2, Katie Cochran. And also number 17, that's Chloe Urbanski, who got a few minutes in the first half up front as well. So some fresh legs in for Carthage, trying to keep that energy up and trying to cement this victory here tonight in Kenosha for the Firebirds. Amelia Price playing that center forward position, trying to get it out. And a foul is called. She was trying to get that ball out to the side there to Chloe Urbanski, who might have had a good run on it if she would have been able to get the ball there. But a foul is called. Anna Butler will step up to take that. She's taken a lot of those long free kicks tonight. She takes another one. All the way in. That's kind of how they scored their first goal, although from slightly closer. It reached the keeper on the fly, who wasn't able to control it, and that rebound from Verbetten was the first goal. Yuvia Ontiveros had the second one on a nice little through ball, and Morgan Verbetten makes a really nice turn to free herself in front of goal for that third Carthage goal of the evening. Foul there on Carthage, so that'll be a Beloit free kick. I think Tally Lappin has come back in on that far side. She gets that ball back. Good hustle. She was taken down there by the defender, but she got right back up and got it all the way into the corner. There's Katie Talons, who's still in there. Cross to Katie Cochran. Madison Zaleski. Madison is in one of my classes this semester. She's in my senior seminar class, one of the classes I teach on campus. Senior communication major. All the way back to the back, Anna Butler. Good hustle in the center there. That's Faith Roberts, who's playing that kind of defensive midfield role at the moment. Oh, and that's a corner. Carthage not too happy about that. Thought it should have been a goal kick. But the way the referee saw it, that'll be a corner kick for Beloit. I think it's only their second one of the evening, maybe. There it goes into the center, and it's headed, but headed wide. Really a good ball into the center there. There'll be a couple more substitutions here, it looks like, for Carthage. Number 16, Kate Sumner is going off now. Zyra Solis, the starter on the left-hand side, has come back in. And it looks like Grace Robinson has come back in, the starting center forward. Grace is from Minnetonka High School. I always like to note that because I went to Hopkins High School, which was a rival in Minnesota back in the day. Still rivals, I'm sure, but I went there back in the day. Nice ball up there to Grace Robinson. She tries to kind of scoop it over her defender, but it does go all the way down the field and out of bounds. It was a good thought, trying to kind of pop it up in the air and maybe just run past her defender. She's done a lot of that tonight, but really the Carthage forwards have done a nice job in turning their defenders and really getting some good positions and getting that ball upfield. The wind is picking up a little bit. I can feel it here in the booth. It's getting quite chilly here now. Doesn't feel so much like summer anymore, unfortunately. Still just 59 degrees here, although it says it feels like 57. I think there's a little bit of a breeze, as I mentioned, from the north, which always makes it feel a little bit colder, although here on the Carthage campus, sometimes those winds... A shot! Katie Cochran with a nice shot there, but it does go right to the keeper. Sometimes those winds out of the east coming off the lake can be the very coldest on campus here, but a wind from the north certainly putting a little chill in the air tonight. The crowd here is bundled up for this one. The ball is bouncing around in the center circle. Butler steps up. She's really had a great game tonight. She's really been in the right place so often. And has gotten things moving forward and made some nice passes. She's been playing a lot of the free kicks. She came in the first half. Played 19 minutes in the first half and has played the entire second half. So she's really had a nice game tonight. Morgan Verbetten probably leading the player of the game vote because of her 2 goals and also an assist tonight. So she's really been at the center of everything offensively for Carthage, but I think we should mention Anna Butler, who's really had a strong game at the back. Anna's from Racine, actually, Racine Case High School. Grace Robinson with another one of those nice turns, running through the center, looking for the pass. She finally takes the shot, and the keeper is forced to take it out of bounds there. So really good effort there by Grace Robinson. Looked like she was going to try to pass it into the center, but ended up kind of taking a shot that the keeper couldn't handle, and so had to sort of spill out of bounds, and so that ends up in yet another Carthage corner. They've had quite a few of them tonight. 6 of them in the first half, and probably another 5 or 6 this second half as well. They go short. They've been working that kind of little 2-person game there. Comes back, Tally Lappin, whips one in, and it's nice, really nice shot in there. Bounced just before the keeper. Those can sometimes be difficult for keepers to handle, but she does nicely and does hold that ball. I'm not sure if that's the starting keeper or not. I know the starting keeper had a little injury in the first half, so it may be a different keeper. I don't want to call the name, not being sure. Zaira Solis kicks it upfield. Oh, a little foul there call, a little ticky-tack foul. Not much in that, I don't think. Beloit over that free kick, puts it into the box. Good hustle there from Katherine Kramer, who's also had a really nice game at the back. Katherine, I believe, has played the entire game. Not many players have, and just as I say that, there goes Katherine Kramer. So she has played, 85 minutes of this game and really played well. She goes off, and I think Katie Talons went off as well. And Sarah Fitzgibbon, the sophomore from Lombard, has come in. She's now on the left-hand side. So we've got Anna Butler and Sarah Fitzgibbon. They were sort of the most prominent defensive pairing early on in the season. Good hustle down there from Katie Cochran. It goes off of her, though, and will be a Beloit throw. So just under 5 minutes to play here. Carthage with a comfortable 2-goal cushion as well as control of the ball currently. No foul there called by the referee. He waves play on. Good hustle there by Katie Cochran to get on that ball. And it will be a Beloit throw, I guess. Crowd not happy about that one. As a referee, I can attest that life and death calls here on the out of bounds with 4 minutes to play. Oh, that one's a foul, okay. And there's a foul. Of course, the crowd isn't going to like that either. I have a hard time with these. As a high school referee myself, I do ref men's and women's soccer at the high school level. I always have a little sympathy for the referees. Once the crowd gets down on a call, they will get down on every call from my experience. That one probably was actually a foul, I think, as much as I am a homer and don't want to see a free kick here. I think that probably was a decent call. In any case, take off my referee hat. A shot on goal, and it does go over. Looked like Sarah Liefrig made the decision not to touch that one as she had a beat on it and saw that it was going out of bounds. So that will be a Carthage goal kick. Again, just about 2.5 minutes, just over 2.5 minutes to play here tonight. Carthage playing out from the back. Anna Butler tries to go long, but Beloit does get in there. Grace Robinson with yet another piece of good hustle. She's had a lot of that tonight. No foul there. So, again, the crowd not happy in that one. May have been a little bit more justified, I think. Although I shouldn't start calling the game as a referee. Chloe Urbanski tries to go back. Grace Robinson is there in the center. Oh, and she loses her footing just at a key moment. Trying to cut back and get that ball. And it ends up in the arms of the keeper. We're under 2 minutes to go. 2-goal lead. Looking good for Carthage here tonight. Urbanski again. Grace Robinson gets a touch again. She's had several of those that she's gotten through, but just not able to quite get possession of it before the keeper gets there. Just a step away from a couple of good opportunities tonight for Grace Robinson. But again, good hustle on her part throughout the night. Just over a minute to play now. Tally Lappin will take one of those runs down the right-hand side again. She crosses it very nicely, and right in front there was Chloe Urbanski. She had a shot, I think, with her left foot, but it does go just wide, and that will be a goal kick with under a minute to go. Carthage trying to see this one out for their second win on the season. Nice play there by Madison Zaleski. And a foul is called on the far side of the field. And that will be a free kick for Carthage. Just about 20 seconds left here. So with this win tonight, Carthage will go to 2-5 overall on the season. Good result for them here at home at Art Keller Field.
9, 7,
And Beloit will go with a loss to 3-1-2 on the season.
2, 1, 0.
And that's the game here tonight at Art Keller Field. A real good win for Carthage.
Today's game, Carthage College 3, Beloit College 1.
A 3-1 win for Carthage. 2 goals for Morgan Verbetten tonight, and Yuvia Ontiveros with her first goal. So 3 good goals for Carthage and a really good win for them. Next up for Carthage will be a home game, an away game at Millikan University on Saturday. That's Saturday at 11 a.m. You can catch that one streaming. Their next home game will be October 2nd against North Central. That'll be a CCIW game. So come on down to Art Keller Field and see our Firebirds take on North Central on October 2nd, and tune in on Saturday to see them take on Millikan. So a good win for Carthage here in Kenosha at Art Keller Field. We'll see you next time. I'm Professor John Bruning, and thank you for watching.